What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. We're also going to get in some altcoins, a little bit of Ethereum after this, maybe some Link. We're just going to kind of work down my list here and take a look at them very fast. But I also want to point out today that the Dow Jones is down 833%. This is something that I always pay attention to because of how correlated we've been, Bitcoin and the stock market, as well as the SPY up here down about 8%. And we also had all these topping candles at resistance here. A lot of long wicks. We had, a hanging man candle, a lot of different bearish candles that were taking place up at 13,167, which was our resistance area. And what we've been talking about is potentially getting a healthy correction back down onto 12,305. That's going to be the first area I want to see hold. If we can't hold that, I'd look down to around 11,932. And that's if we get this nice retracement that I'm anticipating. Right now, the RSI still is at 74, even after the cool down period that we've been going through since the high of around 13,389. So we're just waiting to see here what type of retracement we're going to get. Is it going to be something that's just slow and sideways, or going to be one of those fast, deep corrections like we had over here, where it can just come in really fast? You hit your targets down in here where you had your buying opportunity, and then it just rockets in the direction that you were looking for. A lot of times that does happen in this space. The wicks can be very long, and that's why, stop loss placement in this market is very difficult, and that's something that I struggle with myself. Typically you'd say, reading the books, okay, well, this is your support area, and then, you want to go a little bit underneath your support area. But when you're in a space where the wicks can be, 11% or 7%, 8%, it's very difficult to set your stop losses. So that's something I'm still working on myself, guys. And, it's just that risk to reward ratio is the main thing that I look at. But as we're looking at this here, I'm paying attention to this volume today to see if it's just average light selling off here, or if this is going to be deeper and it's going to have more of that volume to it. So if we take a look here, the average volume, and this is on Coinbase Pro, is typically around 9.26K. That's going to be your average Bitcoin traded. Right now we're at 8.11, and we still have a decent amount of the day left. So we're going to have to really watch this volume and see what's taking place at this area here with these long wicks. I would not be surprised if we cooled down even a little bit more here, just to really cool things down, find some strong support, and then continue to get this uptrend moving. And that's what I want. I want to see this trend healthy. I want a nice healthy uptrend where we have retracements or at least consolidation periods after we have these extremely strong moves. That's what makes a healthy market, and that's what I want to see for Bitcoin right now. So that's going to be Bitcoin, guys. If you get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends. It's one of the best things that you can do here. And also, if you get something from this, I've thrown down my Bitcoin address and Ethereum and all that. People have asked me about that before. So if you want to ever help out this channel, throw Satoshi or two. It's always appreciated. So next one we're going to get into is Ethereum. Take a look at ETH. ETH's at $389 right now. We've had a retracement back to my first support area, so we're hitting that first target, and that's at $378. This is where we're going to want to hold. If we do not hold this area, I'm looking to this purple trend line. This is the uptrend that I want to hold, the higher lows that need to be held. Okay, so that's to the downside. If we continue to keep moving to the downside, and that also correlate with our 100 moving average in orange. Now, if we can find support here, what we need to do is get over that 417 as resistance. And take a look, guys. I mean, this hasn't changed in quite a long time. Look how precise the profit taking is up to that resistance area. And many times where you find support, technical analysis is amazing. And when you really understand, support, resistance, breaks, all that type of stuff, it can really help you out. So really pay attention to this stuff. That's why I break it down. And I really hope people can learn something from this. So for Ethereum, that's what we need to do. Those are the areas we need to hold. Trying today to stay up above this 20 EMA, and that would be roughly at around $384. The RSI is at 53 right now, so plenty of room to go in either direction. But I do believe in the longer term here, we're going to try to continue this uptrend. We just may need this cooling down period a little bit here. If we take a look at the technicals, we have a 5 sell, 9 neutral, and a 14 buy for Ethereum. Oscillators, 0 sell, 8 neutral, and a 3 buy. So that's going to be ETH. If you're here for that, let me know down low. We'll take a look at Litecoin next. Litecoin's at $55, getting a really nice sell off here. We had up here, this was like a long leg doji candle, a lot of wick. in both directions. Then we had almost like a bearish engulfing candle that's forming today. The first support area that I was looking at was $53.84. I'd like to see that hold, and then it would be roughly down around that $50.59. And that's where I've looked to have some bids as well, because I played this here and I sold out once we hit that resistance area. So I'm just looking to see when I can get back into this position. But ultimately, I'd want to see us stay up above this 200 moving average, and that's at $50.45. So let's stay up above that. Also, this purple uptrend line, we want to stay up above that, but we have had some heavier selling, and the RSI right now is at 62. If we get into the technicals for Litecoin, 5 sell, 7 neutral, and a 16 buy. Oscillators, 2 sell, 6 neutral, and a 3 buy. And one thing I've learned, guys, when price goes up 20% or more like that in a straight line, many times you're going to have that retracement. I've just learned to take my profit, and even if the price continues, you know, in a non-technical way, the whales just get crazy and you get another pump up. Who cares? You got a profit, look for the next one. And that's really how I look at these coins now. You know, they're instruments to trade, and I don't marry any of them. That's the way I like to play this game. So that's going to be Litecoin next. I was just cruising through here, just taking a look. So Bitcoin Cash is at $258. Zcash is right around 60 right now. Neo is at $16.82. I like Dash a lot. That's at $69. And these are some of the things that I pay attention to on a daily basis. So we're going to take a look at Link next. Link here having a nice little retracement. We're in this channel. We're trying to hold the higher lows. And you can see up here we had higher highs coming in. So the main thing is for us to get moving here, probably roughly right around that $11 region, or even down to that $10.42. We'd want to stay up above this purple trend line on the bottom. And we want to see if we can come back up and test the top of this. So we're getting into a bit of a channel here, but you can see the trend change. We were having lower highs, lower lows. Now we're having higher lows and higher highs. And volume is also something we're going to pay attention to throughout the day. Right now, average volume is typically 2.225 million. Volume right now is at 1.821 million, with still some day to come here. So we're going to have to see what type of sell-off we get. Most important thing is to stay up above this. If we do get a move to the upside, we'd look to see if we can get up above roughly $12.88, and that's going to correlate with the top of this trend line as well. And then RSI at 53. So we're really neutral there. We can go either direction. If we take a look at the technicals for Link, we're looking at a 5 sell, 9 neutral, and a 14 buy. Oscillators, 0 sell, 8 neutral, and a 3 buy. So that's Link. Next, we're going to move into one more here. Let's do some Tezos. We'll take a look at Tezos. It's at 207 right now. Main thing for Tezos is we want to continue to hold this purple trend line. So that's going to be an important area for us. And what we need to do is start getting up above these moving averages. We're still trapped below the 200 and the 100 and the 50 right now. So it's going to take some buying pressure to come in here. But this is one we've had such a deep retracement already, and we've been trying to find this bottom here. This is one, even if it went lower, I have another area at 182. I'd want to start accumulating a little bit more of these. I think this is a coin here that could really run hard, fast, and aggressively. You can see each time it does, it really runs hard, and we're getting to that point. We've been down over 50% here. You know, could we go a little lower? Absolutely, but this is a spot where I believe we will at least have some type of reaction in the weeks to come, and we could get up to around that $3.35 territory. That's kind of the target that I'm anticipating here in the longer term for Tezos. If we take a look at the technicals here, you are going to see a sell because of all these moving averages. So what we're looking at here, the oscillators are improving a little bit. A 1 sell, 8 neutral, 2 buy. That's what you want to see there. Summary, 17 sell, 9 neutral, 2 buy. And where that's coming from, this big sell signal, is the moving averages, because we're below so many of them. The 5, the 10, the 20, the 30, the 50, the 100. So this is one with Tezos, not financial advice. I believe this is one where you kind of, you know, ladder into fear as the price been going down or sideways, and then ladder out into the greed when it's really going straight up, because I don't believe Tezos is done. And when you look at this history here, there's not a ton that's just going in these wave cycles here, and it's getting close to potentially the next one, you know, in the weeks, months to come. So that's something that I'm looking at. But RSI right now at 41, so we need to stay up above that 40. I think that's important. But also, guys, if you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Take care.